Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here's Pickett to put it in the air off the bat. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Najee Harris. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Strike 2.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And I think really good defenders can snip out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
This one left side caught by Collins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Texans in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense for the Steelers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
Love's throw going to be taken in by Cole. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The sack goes to Damian Wilson. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, this is Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Trying to lay one up deep. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
They'll roll him out right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
1st down, going to the air with Love. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Love. He's got Cole on the slant, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. To throw now, here's Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. The toss here completed to Pittman.
It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. 3rd and long for Pickett.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Chris Jones coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Love's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. Taken in at the 22. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Texans will take over. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Okay, right? Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Love. Right side complete to Mechie. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 20-yard line. Pickett now on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Pickett. He gets this one to and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Ready?
1st and 10, it's Pierce. He's got it to the 43 here.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Love. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Love. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Touchdown! A great play there. With a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw, Pickett. He finds his man Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And he'll find Pittman. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pickett right back to the air again. Pass incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And this is going to be intercepted. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Fields it right around the goal line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 31, Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. A run by Pierce begins the second half. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Love looking to throw it. Caught left side by Mechie. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Love now. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Love's throw going to be taken in by Cole. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Love
to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Love toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chip in. And Gay knocks this one through, and the route is on. It's 24-0.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 25-yard line.
Harris will start to drive out.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Now Pickett.
And the catch. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. That's complete. It's Collins.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and 6.
Now a handoff looking right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Love. It's complete to Cole. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
75 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea.
And this time he is in.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Pickett. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pickett sets up play action. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
19 tight, 19 tight.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. In trouble, and he's taken down. Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 32 on the play. Evans will look to throw it. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Evans. They're going across the field. He connects with Mechie. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So left side caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. Pickett back to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Barmore in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Pickett. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right.